space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of Starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission, to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilization, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Hi and welcome back. We're now going to get everything transferred to the ATMega so we don't have to use our Arduino anymore. So the first thing we're going to do is turn the ATMega into a bare Arduino. So to do this, first things we need to know, as I said before with the ATtiny, there's a little indentation. It's here on the ATMega, and from there we count round the pins, starting at 1, goes up to the top to 14, from here 15, right down to 28. So let's get this wired into the board so it's a bare Arduino ready to take our programming that we send over. So first thing we need to do is straddle the board so we connect positive rail to positive rail and ground rail to ground rail. We'll then start on pin 8, so count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we connect that to the ground rail. We then come opposite and down 1 is pin 22. That also connects to the ground rail. We then have pin 7 connects to the power rail. Pin 21 connects to the power rail. And pin 20 connects to the power rail. We'll then get our two 22 picofarad ceramic capacitors, and the first goes from pin 9 to the ground rail, and then pin 10 to the ground rail. These are not easy with fat fingers. We'll then take our 16 megahertz quartz crystal and we straddle between pin 9 and pin 10. And the last thing to connect is a 10 kilo ohm pull down resistor, and that goes from pin 1 to the power rail. And there we've built our bare Arduino, and that's ready to take our code, and that's what we'll get on with next.
Right, so make sure you've got a brand new sketch ready to go. Right, first thing we're going to do is include all the libraries I've used. So press sketch at the top, include library, and add zip library. And you will need to include LED flasher. These are the 5 files that I told you that you'd need to download in the first video. So select LED flasher, open. It'll give an error message on mine because I've already got it installed. So I've already got it installed. So you need to do the same for the OneButton library. You then need to go into Sketch again, include library, manage libraries this time, we're now adding the sound cards library. So that opens the library manager. In the top search bar, put TNR and that'll bring down, open this up, TMR PCM. As you can see, I've already got it installed, but you will need to press in to install it. So that part's done. So now we can start getting the Arduino ready. So first off, we need to plug in our Arduino. Make sure nothing else is connected into the Arduino, that is literally just the power supply going in. Open up Tools. Make sure our board is Arduino Uno. We're still set from ATtiny 85 from yesterday. So back to Arduino Uno. So that's okay. Now into Files, down to Examples, and you want Arduino ISP again. So we open that file. Then all we do is upload this sketch. Right, so we're uploading. Once we've finished, done uploading, we get that message, no errors. Disconnect our Arduino again, and it's now time to connect to our ATMega.
Right, so our next stage is to connect our Arduino up to the Mega 328. First, connect the 5 volt on the Arduino to the power rail on the breadboard. The ground on the Arduino to the ground on the breadboard. Pin 13, just move that to the other side so it's not in the way. So, pin 13 to pin 19, which we can find easy because we know that we did a power rail on pin 20. So, pin 12 on your Arduino goes to pin 18 on the ATMega. Pin 11 on your Arduino goes to pin 17. There is a circuit diagram for this in the description, and I'll also put it up again in the top corner. And our final pin is pin 10 and that connects to pin 1. So next thing is to plug our Arduino in and we're going to transfer our sketch over to the ATMega.
Right, now the Arduino is connected to the ATMega. Go ahead and plug it back in. Then we're back on our menu. Open Tools. Check our board, check our port. Check programmer is Arduino as ISP. It all is, so we'll go ahead and burn the bootloader. As I said yesterday, always burn the bootloader. This should only take a couple of seconds. Done burning bootloader. So now we need to open Final TOS sketch, which I told you to download on in the first video. So we open that. So we're now ready to upload this to the ATMega. So hover over the upload button, press shift, and it should change to saying upload using programmer. Once it does, click on upload. We're uploading. Lights are flashing like mad, or they should be on your Arduino now. And we're done uploading, so our sketch should now be on the ATMega. I'll get back onto the board and we'll...
Right, so the next stage now is to disconnect from the Arduino. Get all these wires out. And it's time to connect up all this to the ATMega. So I've done a pin guide and I've included it in the description. But very quickly, starting at pin 2, because we don't put anything on pin 1, so that's reset. We'll have the sound button on pin 2. Phaser button on pin 3, the bridge lights on pin 4, the motor speed, I'll show you how to do the motors after this, on pin 5, pin 6 is the nacelle navigation and collision lights, pin 7, 8, 9 and 10 are already in use, we don't touch them, pin 11 is impulse, pin 12 is the source lights, pin 7 is the phaser light, sorry, pin 13 is the phaser light, pin 14 is the whole lights, then pin 15 is our speaker, pin 16 is the CS for the sound card, 17 is the MOSI, 18 is the MISO, and 19 is SCK. Then we don't use 20, 21 or 22, they're all power. And then these last ones are the what correspond to A0 to A5 or pin 14 to pin 19. So pin 23 is connects to the ATtiny, pin 24 connects to the warp button, pin 25 is also to the motor, Pin 26 is to the collision lights. Pin 27 is to the warp light. And pin 28 is to the navigation lights. So I'll get all that wired up and we'll see how we're looking. Right, I've had a bit of a problem. I've just broken my SD card, so I've had to take the SD card reader out the circuit, so we've got no sound effects running at the moment, but everything is now on the ATMega. I did have to go back to the TOS sketch, and I've deleted lines 127 and 128. I'll highlight them up on the little card inserted. So if you're not running sound, because I know someone isn't, you can just delete them 2 lines and it'll all work. But as you can see, with the Arduino is not part of the circuit at all. Everything is just going through the ATmega now. We're an external power source. All buttons still work, but no sound effects, unfortunately. I'm going to get a new new SD card sorted out in midweek at some point, and we'll continue from there, because without everything working, there's no point going on. So we've transferred onto the ATmega. Sketch is all running. Hopefully your SD cards are working, so you've actually got everything working. So we'll end up making this a 4-part series when I get my hardware sorted. And so next time we'll just start with everything running nicely, and we'll go over installing the motors onto the circuit. But for now, thank you for watching. Speak to you all soon. Keep trekking, keep modelling. Thank you and bye.